All right, so this video is going to be very important in terms of me explaining how messed up this world is and the evil that is controlling it. And I want you guys to follow me all the way to the end because I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to read an article. I'm going to explain some things about myself and I'm going to explain some things about the world, okay? And it all has to do around this person's death. For those of you that don't know, Jason David Frank played the Green Ranger and the White Ranger in a very popular 90s show called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's a very popular show. I believe it's still running. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I believe it's still running. And I grew up watching this, right? So that gives you an idea of my age or whatever, right? But anyways, I grew up watching this, and he was sort of an idol for me, to be honest. He was I don't really consider too many people idols, but he's somebody that I wanted to emulate and I looked up to. It is what it is, right? And the Green Ranger costume or the Green Ranger power that he would use was a dragon power, and I'm very in sync with that. Let's just say that. So there was a strong connection between me and him. And in November 20th, I heard the news that he died. It was an apparent suicide, right? However, I have my own theory on this, and that's why I'm making this video, because I wanted to make a video when it happened, but I was so shocked by it that, and this was November 20th of last year, right? Because we're in November now, so just making sure you guys know. But I wanted to make a video when it happened, but I was so shocked by it that I didn't really believe it. I was like, what happened? What really happened? As soon as I heard that he died, immediately my sixth, seventh, eighth senses, whatever you want to call it, kicked in. And I was like, something's wrong here. He didn't just kill himself. Something is off. So I know a lot about the world, right? And I know a lot about the universe. And I've talked about a little bit about that in the last few videos. This world is controlled by evil, all right? And one thing that they do, the evil demons, aliens, whatever you want to call it, they like to do sacrifices. They like to sacrifice people, especially famous people or people that have a great impact on a group of people. So if they want to hurt a certain group of people, they'll kill somebody off or sacrifice somebody that was an idol or someone that they looked up to, right? Like if certain people looked up to a religious person or whatever, or Martin Luther King or something like that, right? They'll kill that person off to hurt all those people that were following that person. That's what they do. Why do they do that? Because it releases a lot of negative energy that these demons and aliens eat. That's why they do it. They enjoy it. They get off on it. So it empowers them. It's like a drug for them. So what I feel happened with him, and this is my theory, I'm going to read you the article after I tell you a little bit of my theory. I feel that he was sacrificed in the name of the new show that, because they're trying to re-release the original Power Rangers show. So they wanted to get some hype behind it, right? And what better way to do it than to kill him off? And he was a very good person. He was very influential and loved and liked by many people. He was the best Power Ranger. And that's another thing you guys need to know. They like to kill people that are at the top. Like if you're at the top, they will make an example out of you, for lack of a better way of saying it. They'll sacrifice you because you're at the top. They've done it with Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Martin Luther King, Bruce Lee. They've done it with so many people, right? He was the best Power Ranger. He was Power Rangers. So they had to kill him in the name of not just hurting all those people, but also because they're trying to release this new show based on the original Power Rangers, which he was a part of. So what better way to get hype or attention on the show than to have him die, right? And that's just, one thing. But this is how these demons work. This is how these aliens work. You guys need to understand, the world is controlled by evil and by demons and by aliens, not controlled by humans. So all this evil shit that's going on in the world, It's not humans that are orchestrating it. You guys are like, well, why is this country fighting that country? It's not. That's not what it is. It's evil. Pure, unadulterated evil that is controlling the world and causing all these wars and fighting and separation, religions and countries and social statuses and money and all this shit, right? All these social groups and all this and that. You got to separate here. You got to go there. You got to be this race. You got to be part of that group. That's all evil shit that's being basically conducted by the evil ones that control the world. All right. And it is what it is. You guys need to learn the truth. So here, and that's if you don't know, right? But here, what I'm trying to show you guys is how they can MK Ultra somebody that's close to you if they want to take you out and have that person play their role as if they're an unassuming part of what happened to you. So in other words, his wife, she most likely knew what was going to happen to him. And if she didn't, she is the widow, right? Like, oh, woe is her. We got to feel sorry for her. We can't question her. We can't think she was in on it. Blah, 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 right? Whatever. I'm just going to tell you my theory, what I think happened. Okay. This isn't a fact. There's no evidence to prove this. None of it. This is just what I think happened. Okay. Because I know how the world works. And I'm 99.9% certain that she may not have had anything to do with his death per se, meaning she didn't really do anything to him, but she probably most likely knew what was going to happen. I believe he was killed off by demons or aliens. That's what I think happened to him. I don't think she probably did anything, but she probably knew what was going to happen. And if she did it, they just mind control her ass and she was just useless, right? She was just there at the time where it happened, when it happened. But anyways, I'm going to read you this article now so you guys can see the bullshit story that they came up with to say that this is how he died, right? And you're going to hear what she says and the fabrication. Because to me, this is all bullshit, right? I don't believe any of it. But this is the official quote-unquote story, right? So let me start off by reading this. And the title of the article is on Deadline. It says, Power Rangers star Jason David Frank's cause of death revealed. And this is coming from, I believe, his wife or widow, whatever you want to call it, right? So her name is Tammy Frank. So Tammy Frank, the widow of actor and mixed martial arts star Jason David Frank, has revealed he died by suicide. Mind you, this guy was at the top. Like, he had everything going. They were just about to re-release the original show, brand new, and he was going to be the star of it. Everybody loved this guy. There was no reason for this guy to commit suicide. There was no, she's even going to say this in the article. There was no signs pointing to this guy just killing himself. But we'll keep going, all right? So it says, Frank's death was confirmed on November 20th. At the time, no cause of death was provided. However, reports indicated suicide. You know why they took a little while to say how he died? Because they had to get their story straight, right? He was murdered. That's what I think. Not by humans either. Maybe men in black. Men in black aren't necessarily human. He was killed by otherworldly forces or forces that are supernatural to humans. Meaning they're beyond normal human capacities. Like it wasn't a normal human that killed him. He didn't kill himself. It was beyond humanity what killed him. Let's just say that, okay? But anyways, and you'll see what I mean. So it says, in an interview with People published Wednesday, Tammy Frank sought to set the record straight. While Jason was, and these are her words, while Jason was a well-known name to some, we lived a very normal life with ups and downs, just like anyone else. It has shocked and saddened me beyond belief to see that the media has turned my family's tragedy into a tall tale. Since Jason's death, I have been harassed online and can no longer stand to watch my husband's good name slandered. She sounds like a fucking robot. She sounds like somebody that's like emotionless and just, oh my God, I can't believe people are bothering me over my husband's. Why do you think people are bothering you about your husband's death? He was a well-loved person, and out of nowhere, you were with him on the day that he committed suicide, and in a few minutes, the dude is dead. Why? How did that happen? You know what? Let me keep going. I'll get to that as I go forward. It says, Frank was known for his portrayal of Tommy Oliver, aka the Green Ranger, from the original 1990s Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show. He then became the White Ranger, playing the character in both television and film adaptations of the popular franchise. Tammy told People, meaning the magazine or whatever, there had been incorrect assumptions about the couple's relationship. And these are her words again. We initially planned to separate. That part is true. However, that is only part of the story. The part that hasn't been told is that at the time of his passing, we had called off our separation and we're in the process of reuniting. So apparently they got together. They were supposed to mend whatever issues they had. That was the whole point of them being together at the hotel at the time of his death. But let's keep going. The pair had been on a weekend getaway at a country dancing event, and upon returning to their hotel, Tammy Frank explained, to help Jason relax and sober up before turning down to sleep, I went downstairs to get us snacks from the lobby. So, dude is about to go to sleep. There's no indication that this dude is mad, angry, no fighting, nothing. He's about to go to sleep. She's going to go get snacks. So it's just convenient that at the time that this dude who's laying in bed about to go to sleep, she just has to go get snacks to put him to sleep. Oh, okay. Sure. I guess that's what people do, right? Eat before you go to bed. Okay. Let's just say that that's what they were doing. So then she says, I must have been gone no more than 10 minutes. I went back upstairs and began knocking on the door to no answer. I knocked repeatedly and kept calling for his name to open the door. So she's gone, according to her, less than 10 minutes. Or about 10 minutes. And in that short period of time where she decided I had to go get snacks so he could go to sleep, the dude is dead. 10 minutes. How the fuck do you die in 10 minutes? That okay, whatever. They're at a hotel now. So how did he have whatever he needed and knew how to do all this shit in less than 10 minutes that she was gone? Mind you, she perfectly took 10 minutes to go get whatever she needed to come back. And in that time, he died. So it's like it was like such perfect timing, right? That everything just worked out that way, right? But of course, she doesn't want people questioning her and let her grieve. She's gone through so much. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyways, so she told People, I don't know if the hotel staff or a guest called the police, but after I was taken downstairs by the police, they were able to open the door and found that Jason took his life. These were the disturbances that has been brought up numerous times online. She sounds like a fucking bot. She sounds like somebody is reading a fucking script. She sounds like she's fucking programmed or brainwashed. Like, I'm just going to read or just say these lines and people will believe that I had nothing to do with this and I didn't know that this was going to happen and blah, blah, blah. That's what she sounds like to me. She sounds like she's MK Ultra. If you don't know what MK Ultra is, go look it up. It's a mind control thing that the government created. Our government, the US government. They created this mind control shit to do shit like this. To just go look it up, okay? She continued, I love my husband and we were trying to work through our problems. His death comes as much a shock to me as anyone else. The truth is, I had no idea that Jason was thinking of ending things. Yes, he had struggled with mental health issues and depression before, but I could never predict what would happen that night. And then she finishes off by saying, in summary, Tammy Frank asked for people to stop making assumptions and leave my family to grieve peacefully. Why? Why can't people assume and try to get to the bottom of something that is so mysterious and so even according to her, unpredictable? Like, she couldn't even predict. She had no clue that this could happen or would happen. There were no signs that he was going to do this. There was no reason for him to do this. And yet, in those 10 minutes, he got fucking killed. He got murdered. It wasn't fucking suicide. Just like Bob Saget, right? And all these other people. Oh, they got suicide. No, they didn't. They didn't suicide themselves. Somebody killed them. Somebody murdered these people. Because those people are influential in a good way. And the evil ones that control the world don't like that shit. They don't want people to be influential in a good way. So they kill those people off and send off the shockwave of negative energy throughout the world to keep the world in a negative state. That's what they do. So I'm revealing the truth of what I believe happened to Jason David Frank. I don't believe this bullshit story about, oh, she just went downstairs and then she came back and he was dead. And that was it. That's the end of it. Have a nice day. Leave us alone. What the fuck is this shit? And like I said, I know how the world works. I know the evil that controls the world. I know what they're capable of. I know what the kind of shit that they do. They will send men in black to kill your ass if they want to kill you. You don't know what men in black are? Go fucking look it up. They will kill your ass if they want to. If you're a big enough threat to their negative world and you're trying to change it for the better and make a positive impact, they will kill you. That's how they work. They've been doing it for a long ass time. Long ass time. And they do it to many different people. I could make a fucking video or a whole list of people that they've killed off that were too influential in a positive way for the world, and they had to get rid of them. Look at all the positive people that have been murdered in history. Gandhi and all these other people, right? MLK, which I mentioned earlier. Malcolm X and all these other people. Bruce Lee and all these other people. They were all powerful people that were making a difference in the world and changing things in a way that no one before them was doing. And they had to go because they were doing too good for the world. That's what happened to those people. And the same thing happened to Jason David Frank. He was fucking murdered. And I don't care what anybody tells me. That's what I'm going to believe. I don't care about this official story. You know where the official story comes from? The same crazy, psychotic motherfuckers that killed him. The ones that control the world. They're the ones that come up with the official story. So you think I'm going to believe them? No, I'm not. I'm going to believe what the fuck I want to believe. And this is what I believe happened to him. It is what it is. That's what I feel. That's what I think. My senses never let me down. I'm always fucking, when it comes to shit like this, real shit, I'm never wrong. I know that this is what happened to him. I'm 100% certain of it. He was murdered. All right? By supernatural forces that were beyond humanity. That's what happened. Whether his wife was in on it or not, I don't know. Maybe she knew, maybe she didn't know. Maybe she was MK Ultra to not even, to go downstairs and leave him in the room so that they can murder him while she was gone. And then she comes back and she doesn't know what the fuck happened. But whatever the case is, she's not too relevant in the story other than she took him to the spot where they needed to kill his ass. Whether she knew about it or not, I don't fucking know. That's the part, who knows? Maybe she knew, maybe she didn't. But as far as him being murdered, I'm certain of that. And you'll never know the truth. You know why? Because the evil ones that killed his ass are the ones that control the world. They control the news. They control everything. They control his fucking wife. So that you're never going to know the fucking truth of what happened to him. It's never going to be revealed. But I'm telling you what I am 100% certain happened to his ass. And it is what it is, man. He was somebody, like I said, he was an idol to me growing up. I really looked up to him, and it would be fun for me to go back and watch some of the shows when I was a kid, just to, nostalgia and shit like that, or just to see what he was up to lately. And I saw that he was doing good. He was doing real good. And then this shit happened out of nowhere. It's been almost a year since it happened, but like I said, I wanted to talk about it back then, but let's just say I'm certain that he was murdered by evil forces. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay. I can get deeper into this, but I'm certain he was murdered. Okay. Anyways, I thought I'd hit you guys with something different, right? Because I want you guys to see that this world is not exactly what you think it is. All right. There's more going on than you're willing to fucking believe. Let's just say that. Anyways, if you like, comment, subscribe, share where you can, hit the notification bell. See you guys in the next video. Take care.